When I'm not working, I spend most of my time skiing with a local ski show, Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Show, so involvement with the club there as well. I've been skiing since I was a kid. I've only been involved with the ski show now for about 5 years. Not to get hurt again. Now, the personal achievements for me, I'm constantly trying to do something different, something new. It's an absolute blast performing. When you get out and you're able to do some of these pyramids that might involve up to 30 people, you know, there's an adrenaline rush that you just can't believe. So it's a lot of fun. January 19th, I was skiing on a lake in Florida, and toward the end of the run, my last run, just as I was headed over to the boat to finish up, I caught an edge wrong on the ski, flipped over. When the ski hit the water, it hit flat at 34 miles an hour and bent my ankles back. So what ended up happening after I flipped 2 more times was my left ankle was sprained and my right ankle was broken. I knew I was in a lot of pain and I knew it wasn't good. I managed to get the ski off and kind of rolled up on the platform of the boat. I was moving my ankle back and forth trying to determine if it was still okay to ski again or if it was bad enough that I needed to go get some help. I went to a hospital in the town. Well, initially they didn't think it was broken. You know, they said, well, let's get the x-rays and see what happens. I said, I know it's broken. And they came back after the x-rays and said, sure enough, it's broken. And so basically at that point they cast it. They put like a splint cast on and then an air splint on my left ankle that was sprained. Gave me a couple of crutches and off I went. But you know, once I got back here, you know, it was basically you know, trying to determine, okay, what do we need to do next? So, well, I knew there was going to be a process. I mean, first of all, I wanted to come back in a community that I knew. Absolutely wanted to, you know, come to Aurora and have Dr. Seipel do the surgery. You know, I wasn't about to stay in Florida and do it there. I also knew that there would be, you know, some downtime and healing time that had to happen. So Dr. Seipel and I both ski with the Pewaukee Lake Water Ski Club and do ski shows together. I knew he was an orthopedic surgeon, so realistically when this happened, I started texting him and saying, hey, I need you to take a look at some x-rays. I've hurt my ankle and you know, need to figure out what needs to be done. After he took a look at the x-ray, he said, yeah, you're going to want to do something here. You know, and his initial comment was, you know, I don't know if you're comfortable with me doing it or if you want to talk, you know, to other folks. And I said, no, you know, there's only, you know, for me, there was only one option. You know, I wanted to work with him and Aurora on it. No, there was pretty much one option. You know, it was broken on the inside of my ankle. He can probably give you the technical terminology, but it meant a couple of stainless steel screws to pin it back together, and you know, and then a cast for a period of time, and no walking on it for, I think it was like 4 to 6 weeks, and it took somewhere between 8 and 10 weeks before I could really, you know, get back to normal activity. He was pretty confident that, you know, if I did everything I was supposed to do, followed all of the instructions that he was giving me, you know, and then, you know, started working hard toward getting back to normal, then yeah, that I could continue skiing and, you know, all the other things I want to do. So. You know, I was very happy with all of the people that, you know, that worked with me. Dr. Seipel's assistant did a fabulous job. She was, you know, they were all very nice to work with, very, you know, attentive, you know, quick. I never really sat in the waiting room for any period of time. Probably one of the best things about it. Broke my ankle in the late morning on Saturday, January 19th. Started texting Dr. Seipel later that day, and then talked to him on Sunday. Had a pre-op visit on Tuesday, and the surgery happened the following Wednesday, which was, great for me because, one, you need to do it fairly quickly within the first week or so, but two, that time between the accident and the surgery, there's no healing going on, and it was, that's just downtime. So I wanted to get past the surgery so that I could start to heal and get back to normal. So I felt pretty good. Actually, a couple of days after the surgery, I went to Kohler with my wife, for a business conference. Physical therapy, following, once the cast came off and, past the point of, you can start to put some pressure on it and do some things, then, I was able to do physical therapy. Yeah, pretty much. I still have some stiffness and a little pain now and then. Still doing some PT and a lot of exercise. But I would say I'm probably 95% at this point. I've already started doing dry land practices. No, no fear. Probably the biggest fear I have is I don't want it to happen again. It was great. I absolutely wanted to, I wanted to get back quickly. So, my instructions were push me as hard as you can push me. I want to get back to, a sense of normalcy as fast as possible. I was willing to, go through whatever amount of pain, initially, to get back to normal. So everybody that I talked to, from Dr. Seipel to the PT folks, to even his PA, they all said, you seem to be further along than anybody that we've ever seen with this type of an injury. So I attribute that to the experience I had and the people that I was working with.